bane.
Windhelm Outlaws Refuge. Do I have anyone here who wants to kill me? I don't think so.
Two deer ran right through the camp after you left. I made all haste to get here after that.
2 deer? I'm surprised you survived.
I'm sure you and Sharp both find it very funny that I stayed out in the wilds, jumping at every noise, thinking it might be the last thing I hear. My poor nerves. But I'm ready to put all this behind me. Did you get what I asked for? This is really the best you could do? I'm a courier for the Antiquarian Circle? This document makes it sound awfully dangerous. What's that smell? Don't tell me that's coming from the clothes. You did remember to bring me clothes, didn't you? No, I'll take it. Sharp was always my best man for the job. If he says this was the most you could do, I believe it. I guess being a courier isn't so bad, but the smell on these clothes... never mind. It's nothing a good wash can't fix. I'll mark the location on your map. It's not far from here. You're really going after the Reformer, aren't you? I'd wish you luck, but I think Sharp's used up all that in finding you. I'm going to need luck more than you two. Courier? So, after you fished these clothes out of the latrine that you found them in, what'd you do? Dry them over a bonfire of mammoth fur? The style I'll just have to work with, but the smell! Maybe I could answer them over drinks? I've grown quite partial to the sweet mead they drink here. Oh, never mind. Sharp's giving me a look. Ask and be on your way then. The Nords and others who frequent the Tinkerer's camp seemed affable enough, but I got rid of any identifying information just in case they started to doubt my story. That I decided to leave a cult and was laying low until its members forgot about me? Common enough and doesn't prompt a lot of questions. Most of the Nords who asked just nodded knowingly and offered me a drink. Maybe I'll keep the story. I don't know. He seemed nice. He had these grand new ideas, powerful connections, things that mattered to me. Just goes to show, first impressions aren't everything. But you know that. You're friends with Sharp. He had it in his head that he could eliminate the need for slavery in all of Morrowind, if you could believe it. He was very protective of his methods, of course. Typical Telvanni. But he said the slaves he had were a necessity to perfect the process. I haven't the faintest idea, and hopefully I'll never have to think about such things again. I'm glad to get away from all this. The Reformer really is unhinged. You'll see what I mean when you find that cache. It wasn't my choice. I've been getting these letters for some time, pleading with me to defect, stop working for House Telvanni, telling me how I was complicit. When I finally did leave, of course, it was too late. Whoever wrote me said I could go to Tobin's as a sort of safe house. They would know somehow that I'd made it there, and they'd be along to set me up right with a new life, new identity. But nobody showed up. Until you and Sharp did, anyway. Rhaenyra? Not the one the Reformer was after. I didn't know she was freeing his slaves until it was too late. No wonder she didn't come for me. She's dead, isn't she? Who is Mevi? Someone dear to Rhaenyra, I imagine? The one in Adept's Retreat? Small world. I hope you gave her my thanks. And I hope we see each other again. Remember, the world isn't against you. It just seems that way when you're up against a rich and powerful Telvanni Magister.
Let's go dig up that cache. Before all this, he was a pampered Telvanni rank climber. That is not an illness you recover from overnight. We handled Rhaenyra's unfinished business with him, and now we're on to more important things. It's up to him how he moves forward now. I haven't decided. It might be too dangerous, you know. Probably safer for him to make a clean break from all this. But saying that makes me wonder if Raynilla thought the same about me. If that's why she didn't try harder to find me. He does seem the type to get lonely very easily, and he acts all put upon when he does. Maybe I will then, for his sake, and only because you suggested it. Federo marked the map between those two boulders, guessing it's just under the snow. Find anything worthwhile? Or do we need to go back and shake down Federo for something better? Nisus. Well, that's not too far. Let's see. Bridge. Dwemer Ruins. I think I know the place. No hope of pronouncing it, though. I'll mark it on your map and we can skulk around for a way inside. Anything worthwhile in the other notes. Raynilla? Let me see. I think you're right. She was the reason that Federo had somewhere safe to go when he needed to run. He protected me because she gave him a way to do so. Hello, Sandoval Ulris. Let's see what a piece of work you are. Fine. He's a crazy Telvanni, but we knew that, right? Well, we have the approximate location of this lab of his and a key to get inside. Sandoval wants to meet in person so badly. Let's see if he's there. That's right. Make them pay. Here's the bridge. Let's talk. Let's see. Nisus nearby. Check. Bridge to some dwarven ruins. Check. Secret door. Could be anywhere between here and the coast. Look, instead of wasting our time searching, I have something that might help us. I've got this little tracking spell I've been working on in my free time. Should be able to pick up on the trail we're looking for. I'll need to concentrate on Federo's letter as I'm casting the spell. You'll watch my back while I do that, right? Give me a moment. Never tried this with someone watching me before. There we go. Quick, follow it. Come on, then. Keep going. I've seen this place marked on maps. Never would have sought it out on my own. Daedric Prince. Wonderful. Right. Nothing left to do but go inside. This place looks deserted, but I don't feel like we're alone. There's something here. What is this metal? When I came in here, I could almost feel it. What the?
After all this time, where are you? Who's that with you?
Stay back!
You touched the Tyrannite and I felt it, Sharp. I felt it. You're still attuned. Do you know what this means? Remember me. Remember us.
All I remember is wanting to kill you.
That's right. And you're so close to being mine once more. Just a moment longer.
The metal! Break the connection! We need to get out of here. Sonderfell, Ulris. There is a bitterness to his name that I didn't taste before. I hated him, I'm sure of it. And his lab was deserted, so we have nothing else to go on. And what was that metal? Have you ever seen anything like it before? The Reformer had a hold of me through that metal somehow, like he was trying to reunite me with a piece of myself that was trapped inside. It was a glimpse of my forgotten life. Sonderfell. The Reformer had a hold of me through that metal somehow, like he was trying to reunite me with a piece of myself that was trapped inside. It was a glimpse of my forgotten life, my memories. I'm not making any sense, am I? I'll be fine. I just need to shake it off. Wasn't expecting him to just grab me like that. That journal you found, was it more of what we found in the letter? Right. It's a connection that goes both ways. If we can find more of that metal, that tyrannite calx, there may be a way we can exploit it. That's it. If we find more, we can use it to track down Sandoval somehow. I'll reach out to Mevi. She sounded like she wanted to help us more, right? I'm not used to having people in my corner, aside from you. We're going to do this, no matter what it takes. We're going to be the Reformers' end. Glad you were there to smash that stuff, that tyrannite calx. Why can't these wizards just name things in a normal way?